like really like we've shot videos for this. We like stage things. We got better cameras, and then there's just a set of creators that just are doing dark stuff. So there's like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Um, there's all the Five Nights at Freddy conspiracy videos where everybody was trying to dissect
Mm-hmm.
that. That got included in the dark. Um, Salad Finger? Was that the? Was that the?
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah.
about salad fingers.
I'm forgetting
It's
some
a
others.
thing.
What about is old Greg considered dark YouTube?
I
You know,
would consider old Greg Dark
you
YouTube.
could because it also got those got uploaded at that time from folks that had watched the Mighty Boosh.
Hmm.
And then there's I'm forgetting. Carl, the llama. Carl.
Ah, Candy Mountain.
Carl that kills people.
Oh, that one.
Carl. Yeah, that series got dark. Not just in the
I mean,
initial episodes.
it got dark. It was already dark.
No. I mean, like it got like existential dark.
Eh.
You right.
I was born in the 1990s. It's like my entire life is existential darkness.
That explains early 2000s music,
Yeah.
which I love. So,
Well, I mean that's more I guess like 1980s, but same thing.
I wonder if it's a bunch of kids growing up on Adult Swim and watching stuff like Aqua Teen, Metalocalypse, and they're like,
Nah, it's well, I mean that definitely helps. But it's probably more existence as a whole. Being having a more practical view of what it means to be alive.
oh yeah.
Oh, now my screen's all frozen.
Oh no. Gotta check
Uh-oh.
my back porch real fast because
There we go, I'm good.
Stupid weather outside, real quick. So hang on.
as Jerry gets sucked up into a tornado.
I mean, there's no tornado warning, but I need to make sure nothing like on my back porch flies through a window real quick. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
well, he's doing that.
And then
He's
moments later, Jerry comes crashing through the window through the side. In a feat of irony.
on the Twitch
And
feed
weather.
today. I see Doug. Good to see you, Doug.
Hey.
A nice cup of tea. Hey, nice to see you back. Did we meet Don Bluth? Yeah, Don Bluth cartoons were. Actually, you know what? I take back my Adult Swim. I guess Don Bluth would be. I mean, children's stories have always been dark. Disney is the one that's like, yeah, we're gonna lighten these up. Kind of takes.
It's like what if children's stories had like a lesson, as opposed to like, oh man, you better not ask what's for dinner 3 times in the same day, or else a goblin will come out from your closet and tear all your bones off. That's the lesson. Up. What a lesson to learn.
What a lesson to learn.
Wheel of morality, turn. Tell us the lessons that we should learn. Don't ask what's for dinner. Cool. Welcome back, Jerry.
Yeah, my back porch is safe for now.
And also, welcome back, Jerry. What's up?
Hey, not a lot.
Yep, that whole bit that we just did, that was a setup literally for that.
Yeah,
What's been going on?
What's been going on? Oh my gosh. All right, so I guess I should probably explain to viewers like why I just disappeared out of nowhere because I never did that.
You don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah, but I care about them, so I want to let them know. All right, so basically what had happened was I kind of reached a point of overcommittal with my time, and I needed to prioritize what I had time for in my life. So
Just like that.
Yeah. So basically it was kind of cutting into my marriage time. I had some teens I mentor at my church that I was trying to like really invest in because like this is their senior year and they're about to leave to go to college. And I was like, I need to really put the time into caring about these folks, and I need to make sure that I'm like doing good by my family. So I had to cut out Nerd Union for a hot minute, but not because I don't love y'all, but because I need to handle some stuff. But now things are calmed down a little bit more. I've got a little bit more time, so I'm still going to try to pop in every once in a while. And today's my birthday, so I was just like, let me hop in on my birthday because it sounds like a good birthday present and getting to hang out with you guys.
Aw. Well, happy birthday, my dude. We're glad to have you back.
Thanks, man.
Hopping and
I
bopping
appreciate it. I'm glad to be here.
with the black dweebs on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Blurs.
Blurs.
What about y'all? How you doing?
What have I been doing? Let's see. I got all the achievements in Deep Rock Galactic. Finally.
Wow.
There's 69 achievements. I really want to recommend that they add an achievement for getting all the achievements, but it would throw off the number, so I haven't. I went back and I got all of the achievements in Dark Souls. I was only missing 3. Getting all the rings is a pain in the butt.
I could believe it.
Let's see. We've been playing Resident Evil on stream. That's been a lot of fun. We're in the new game plus. Kind of dropped it this weekend, but we'll get back on the zombie horse or the werewolf dog horse thing, whatever.
Monsters.
The Mad Bear
Yep.
Pig.
But in something. But in general, living life, learning a little bit about life, a little bit about love, and a little bit about ourselves. So, it's all good.
Oh,
How about you, Kenny?
I just been here.
You're in the 720p dimension today.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah, y'all laugh, but like, for folks that are on Twitch or folks anyone watching the video, like what you can see is fine. For Jerry and Steve, it's like the worst camera.
It's potato quality.
It's like when you're playing a Nintendo Switch on the TV and then you like undock it and play on the screen. That's Kenny right now.
Imagine if you.
Well, that's not that bad.
Imagine if you hooked up the Game Boy camera to your Nokia candy bar
Damn.
monochrome phone. That's what this
There you
camera
go.
looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But at least those could print out. At least you could print out the Game Boy camera.
It's true. True.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Right
Celebrated
on.
my Mima's, my grandmother's 87th birthday.
Hey,
Nice.
nice.
Cooked brisket the day before for the whole family. There's none left.
Nice.
Which is a good thing as far as like, yeah,
That is
people
good.
loved it, but also no, there's no more brisket. So,
No, you don't make a secret brisket for yourself whenever you make brisket.
we just didn't have enough room on this grill.
Maybe that's just my family. Yeah, whenever you make food, you got to make secret food for you. That's not for anybody else.
I did keep the burnt ends for myself, so I did
Yeah.
get to enjoy that. But I don't have.
So that's what you do. You're like
house.
taking it. Yeah, when you cut it up or like you like open it up, like you take the part you want and set it to elsewhere, and then you tell everyone else the food is ready.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all
You're
come
like,
get
oh,
the rest of this.
there's no legs on the chicken. Yeah, this chicken didn't have legs. There's bonkers.
It's like, what a
Chicken's all
crazy
there,
random
so
happenstance.
yeah.
It was so weird.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right.
This week on State of the Nerd Union, we got our quick hits. Pop. In the Heights' opening number is available for free on YouTube. The adapted for the movie releases this week. Ahead of that, HBO Max has dropped the original musical and dance number on YouTube, similar to their Mortal Kombat strategy, how they did that whole pre-release ahead of time. As somebody who went to see the play when it was on Broadway when I was in high school with my entire concert choir, this going to slap. Like, I've seen the ad for the film, and I'm like, this looks phenomenal. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, something came out, well, I don't need to see it. This one I'm probably going to try to go to the theater to see. It's going to be really good. So like,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen or heard anything of it in the Heights, but you like Lin-Manuel Miranda, like, you got to check it out. It's real good.
Yeah, I've only heard the soundtrack. I haven't seen it yet, but the soundtrack is phenomenal, and I am dead set on seeing this in theaters for sure.
Yep. Biased opinion. We sang a bunch of the songs from the show back in high school, which I can still almost completely recite at the drop of a hat. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Very, very biased opinion. Soundtrack slaps. You won't be upset. for seeing it, and you will not be upset for listening to it. Especially if you listen to the original soundtrack that came out on Broadway, because the person who plays Mia Blayla like blew everybody away. Like everybody's a really good singer, but like she is. Singer.
Dude. I'm really excited to see them doing like kind of investing more into the whole like musicals and theater settings. Like, oh, they're all going to be good, but just because it creates an accessibility to it that people wouldn't normally have, and it's some exposure level they wouldn't normally have. Because like that's how I got into musicals, was being able to see stuff in a film, and I was like, oh hey, this is really cool. When I have money, I'm going to go spend this to go see actual plays now, because it was really expensive and still really expensive. But seeing it in a movie is something I can afford. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Absolutely.
Plus, Lin-Manuel Miranda is pretty good when it comes to musicals now.
Yeah, he's real solid. I mean, this one, In the Heights, came out before Hamilton came. So for me, like when Hamilton came out, I was like, oh man, I know this is gonna slap. I still haven't gotten around to seeing Hamilton because it's 2 hours long and I don't have the patience. But I know that it's good. I know that it's good though.
Yeah.
Kenny, Jerry, y'all want to take the next one?
Hold on real quick, because the video is.
Which says we left the stuff.
Well, now it did.
What a crazy random happenstance.
Oh, look, it's Kenny twice on stream.
There we go.
Double Kenny. We just thought y'all needed more Kenny for a second there, so we just did some shenanigans.
Hey, there we go.
Shenanigans.
The magic of the movie. They're movie making magic.
Alrighty, cool. It looks like we're all good.
It's like the Nerd Union version of Imagineering.
To the what?
Imagineering. You know, all the people who do like the animatronics at Disney.
Oh yeah.
Get out. Disney news. All right. Next up, Seth Rogen is producing the latest reboot. It feels like the 100th reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film franchise. Via Rogen's Twitter account, he posted a funny note from Leonardo's perspective that included an August 11th, 2023 release date, and he also later confirmed folks weren't sure if that was supposed to be out. They're like, "Did you accidentally leak that?" He's like, "No, that's legit. That's when it's coming out." So, how do we feel about another Turtles movie?
Heroes in a half shell, Turtle Power. I'm all about it.
Yeah, I'm for it. Like the last one we got was like the Michael Bay one. Like I would like a good turtle.
Oh,
I would
wow.
like a good turtle.
I erased that from my memory, yo.
Oh God.
Trauma. Yeah, I would like for a good turtle movie, at least for my kids to be able to like see. Just because like my son really likes Ninja Turtles, but like there's not really a lot going on in that department.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool.
Once
for him
he's
to be
reading
able
the
to see
comic
one.
books.
He can't read yet. He's 4.5. He's working on it.
Just play the game.
We got like our letter of the days going and stuff.
He's gathering power. He's getting there.
I'm gonna get the new game, the beat 'em up game that's coming out because he can play that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Wait, so when you have letter,
That'll be his next level.
Is it like the day is sponsored by the letter G, the letter H?
The letter of
No, he means like the letter of the day being like, this is a letter from your Uncle Jerry or Uncle Martin, because you're Jerry. And then like he proceeds to read like a lengthy letter from a long lost relative, and that's the letter of the day. It's literally just opening mail, Kenny. It's literally just opening mail.
something like that. The letter of the day is actually genuinely usually sponsored by whatever we're planning to go do that day, and I figure out a way to integrate a letter into it.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm kind of disappointed that it is not sponsored by a letter. I mean, they want to sponsor our days. And we won't
It
let
is-
them do it.
Well, the
Today's
letter-
sponsored by the letter R for Rage Shadow Legends. Oh man.
Shout out to Raid Shadow Legends if you want to sponsor us.
That'd be the day. It's like, when did Nerd Genius start getting ads? Like, well, they started making letter to date stuff, and then Raid contacted him, and
that's how we need to get. That's how we need to get sponsors. We need to have a letter of the day, and we will tie it in with whatever sponsor in some crazy, absurd way.
Well, you could always take the.
Terrence said the letter of the today's letter is sponsored by the letter B for birthday.
Hey. The letter of the day is also O because I feel old now.
Oh. Oh man.
But yeah, going back to Turtles though, I'm excited. Speaking of things that are old, I'm excited about the concept of a new Turtles movie, especially if it's good. I just really want it to be good. That's all that I want.
I mean, that's the hope. That's the hope.
Let's see. A nice cup of tea says,
So,
I really love the old creepy turtle suit iterations. They're truly a delightful train wreck.
Agree.
Hey,
And
we
the
had for
Turtles Power Ranger crossovers. Those are great.
The next generation, or the
that's what I want.
the Power Rangers in Space crossover. Oh, that was sick.
The
And then
Turtle Power Rangers.
and then the Batman, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
What if that's the movie? What if like we're just gonna go full on like multiverse setting stuff? Because all these things have already established a multiverse, so we're just gonna get a Ninja Turtles movie that has a bunch of crossovers with stuff. So we're gonna have like a Power Rangers one, a Batman one, a Mortal Kombat one. It's on HBO. Mortal Kombat.
Weren't the Ninja Turtles in the Mortal Kombat versus DC?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, all right then. Speaking of other bonkers things, there's a chicken nugget that looks like the Among Us character that's sold for $100,000. A chicken nugget shaped like a character from the game Among Us. A rather sus-looking nugget was listed on eBay by a user called Polizna. This was a part of a special meal devised by the popular food joint inspired by the famous Korean band BTS. The website listing said this food product has an average expiration of about 14 days and will be delivered prior to expiration.
I don't believe that at all.
I would like to believe that it is in fact not a chicken nugget at all, but it is like a fried hamburger shaped like a chicken nugget. So then when you bite into it, it's an imposter chicken nugget.
That would be brilliant.
That would be fantastic. But
It has to
yeah,
come in a cyan box.
there you go. But yep, somebody bought a chicken nugget for $100,000. So there you go.
It's not the strangest purchase that we've heard of lately. So yeah.
It's like, do you eat it? Or do you like...
I mean, I don't. What do you do?
I don't know.
Right?
Like,
Do you go to like a apothecary and get it like stuffed? And, like...
no, you don't have to.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
they
it's
said
just gonna
14
last.
days expired. I'm like, yeah, it might expire in 14 days. That thing's not gonna age in 14 days.
I think it's gonna age. I don't even think it would like grow anything. Like, there's so many preservatives in that crap.
Yeah, there's so many preservatives in it. That chicken nugget will live longer than you do.
I was telling Kenny the other day that we had a McDonald's hamburger. We wanted to see how long it would take to like things because we wanted to know like how much nonsense is in a McDonald's burger. So we had this burger for 3 years at our house, and it never grew anything.
Yep. There's
Ever. Like,
Oh god.
there's been some long standing how long does it take this thing that has a bunch of preservatives in it to grow mold? And the answer is seemingly never.
the jury is still out.
Want to fiddle with it? It looks like everybody but you is frozen. If you want to mess around with that, but if we want to just roll with it, we can just roll with it.
Yeah, but
Let's just roll with it. They can still hear what we're saying.
Yeah, we'll just keep.
So we'll do like we'll go back and post, and we'll do one of those like real lips, but over like a still image things.
No, we should have like a really each of us is like a really intense character from an anime, like having a conversation in the midst of a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But speaking of a fight, moving into our next segment for the Cinephiles, we got great news that Mortal Kombat did good. I'm also like animating and moving around as if you can see me anyway. But so executive vice president said the company was surprised to see how well Mortal Kombat did when it released on HBO Max. And is quoted saying, Mortal Kombat was an interesting title for us because I'll say that while we expected it to do well, we did not expect for it to do as well as it did. They've seen more customers sticking with HBO Max after buying it to watch that film. And crossing over into their other shows and sticking around, which has been great for keeping the folks who bought their subscription for Mortal Kombat stay engaged with the HBO Max catalog. The VP didn't have much more to add beyond that, but given that they're exceptionally pleased with how it all turned out, it only alludes to more great things for the future of Mortal Kombat films. So hopefully we should be getting Mortal Kombat films. I know way back when we recorded on it a while before it had come out, the director was saying they never said the S word sequel on set for the film because they just wanted to focus on making the film itself as good as it could be. So with the possible likelihood that they might get a sequel, I think that's only good. I personally liked the second Mortal Kombat film, at least from a music perspective and a fight perspective, a little bit more than the first one. So if the second of this Mortal Kombat film is better, then nice.
Mortal Kombat. Now actually featuring Mortal Kombat.
Bro, to the death.
Dope soundtrack, I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, like if they do as good of a job as they did, but just stop doing orchestral bullshit that nobody notices even has a Mortal Kombat motif in it and just do EDM like they should have did the first time. I think that I feel like that their film will get a whole 1.5 increase to the rating.
At some point or another, we need to record this conversation of us talking about how integral soundtrack is to everything. Yeah, and just have you and I just going on a rant about it.
Oh, we went down for a second. Oh, we're good. Okay. Yeah, soundtrack is critically important, and I feel like we can fall into the Mortal Kombat soundtrack rabbit hole an infinite number of times.
Probably. Or we just list off a number of movies that the soundtrack makes it better. I don't know. So this is a bit of a spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen this movie, but I saw Cruella past weekend, and the soundtrack made that movie so much better. I don't really know how to judge that movie without the soundtrack because the soundtrack just had me going the whole time.
It really does.
Michael Giacchino joints.
That's Kenny?
Yeah. Michael Giacchino and all that junk.
Mm-hmm.
He be doing that.
But speaking of other things that have absolutely nothing to do with soundtracks, so for all of you Supernatural fans out there, going to be moving on, which makes some of you sad, but he'll be moving on to The Boys, which is another popular series. So he's still going to be in something quite popular because that's how he do. So he's going to be in The Boys as Soldier Boy, which I can't see. I had to try really hard to not say Soulja Boy when I said that because it's very difficult.
It still feels like it says Soldier Boy.
Hard. It just comes so much more natural.
We've already been socially Pavloved.
Pavlov Soldier Boy.
Up in this.
That I don't want to take that joke any further. So he's gonna be playing Soldier Boy.
Are you sure?
Basically about the character. Yes. Any reasons. But I don't really know a whole lot about Soldier Boy personally, but we have the picture up. And bearded dark Captain America that came out of Stargate to me. But I don't know. I think it looks good in the suit. I think he's probably going to do really well in the suit just because he's done so good on Supernatural. And I feel like he had enough time to play around with villain-esque. Not that he was a villain in the show or anything like that, but there were definitely some darker tones in that show. So I think he can transition.
Chaotic evil, or not chaotic evil? What's that? Chaotic neutral. Okay, chaotic good.
No, I wouldn't call him neutral in Supernatural. There are just some times where he had to do some stuff.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Terrence said Soldier Boy Superman.
Yep. Speaking of being like things at times, Donnie Yen's been cast in John Wick 4. He'll be playing an old friend of John Wick who shares a number of similar enemies. It's unknown like how big his role will be in the film because he is, like as you may or may not know, a massive martial arts. I'm super excited to see Johnny Yen and John Wick 4 because I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen him in anything. He's a fantastic martial artist. He's a really good actor, and I'm just happy to see him in some big production, and alongside Keanu Reeves is even better. I'm hoping that I'm sure he won't be like in like half the movie or the whole movie or something like that, but if he's even around for like 40 minutes, something like that, I'll be more than happy because I love seeing Donnie Yen's fight scenes. If you're not familiar with him, go peep some compilations on YouTube. Phenomenal artist.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I think it'd be really cool. Just to have him, just anything that he's going to be around for is you're going to have a good time watching it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then the choreography scenes ought to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows his stuff for sure.
Mm-hmm. What do we got next? Oh,
more martial arts.
More martial arts, and a Keanu Reeves connection. Oh, Matrix.
Hey.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves.
Let's see. Yeah, maybe if I turn that photo off. There we go. Christina Ricci joins the cast of Matrix 4 as detailed in an updated press kit released by Warner Brothers, though nothing is known about the details of her character or any hints of what the plot of the film might be. To confirm, we've already had Reeves joining, Carrie-Anne Moss, Jada Pinkett is back, Daniel Bernhardt, let's see, Lambert Wilson, who played the Merovingian in the previous movies, along with Yahya Abdul Mateen. You may know him as, if you have not watched Watchmen, he plays Dr. Manhattan, so just hate to spoil that for you if you didn't see that already. Along with Jessica Henwick, Neil Patrick Harris, MPH, and Priya Chopra, and Jonathan Groff from, what was it? Hamilton. And
Frozen?
Mindhunter. Yes, I guess Frozen as well. Whatever.
Nice.
Doug saying I'm
really
quiet. That I might need to get at my mic. That might help.
There you go.
You what?
All right.
What's going on? Yeah. That cast for The Matrix 4, I'm really excited about it, but I don't know what to.
Like what?
Wait, say it again. You're really excited about it, but what?
I'm really excited about that cast, but I don't know what to do with it at the same time. Like, it's a really weird mixture of feelings. Because if I think of like Neil Patrick Harris and Jonathan Groff, I'm like, okay, good music stuff, but I'm like, this is The Matrix.
I mean, the Wachowski said, they want to create a film that can quote unquote change cinema again. So I'm expecting some quite dank stuff to be coming out of this film.
I mean, that's gonna be something for sure.
Honestly, when I don't know what Neil Patrick Harris's role would be in the movie, but when I think back to the first film, and they had that one character who, when they illustrate how the Matrix can be altered, at a moment's notice, and they try to open the windows and the windows are bricked over, and then they die 40 seconds later, I kind of feel like he's gonna fill that role.
I think he's gonna be Mouse and get killed in 2 seconds.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like an aim for the bushes scene.
Yes.
I mean.
Yeah.
So did anyone here play The Matrix Online?
I didn't, but I always wanted to. That was before I got a solid computer. I was playing RuneScape when The Matrix Online was out. I was playing RuneScape.
So, I don't think they're gonna follow that. Well, I don't think they'll follow that storyline. But that one is like following the chaos of the factions that break out between the machines, people that are the followers of Neo, and like the Zeonites, like actual people that are still soldiers of Zion or children of Zion.
Mm-hmm.
It just like after Neo frees everyone, it just gets chaotic. So with all these characters,
I would imagine so.
It could be different like power grabs. It could be different people that are trying to like, because when I saw the Merovingian still in it, I'm like, okay, so like maybe some of these people work for him. Maybe they're competing programs that are still in the Matrix that want to hold under their piece of the pie. And then again, we also don't know who stayed in the Matrix, who decided not to come out because the real world is awful. Like, so yeah. Like, it could be very interesting.
That's interesting.
That's a good point. Like the Merovingian still being around, as bizarre as his sections were, to remind folks about like what the Merovingian is and what he represents, aside from having like a, what felt like a 45-minute discussion about causality in the film, he was a character who represented a number of programs from previous iterations of the Matrix that were stuff like vampires, zombies, werewolves, ghosts, like the twins were, that kind of stuff. So like he was like the person who guarded those people. So there being like a power vacuum that now was created in this new cleansed Matrix. The Merovingian and his hench persons are probably still hopping and bopping, doing their thing. And he's probably going to be vying for power in some way. So just a reminder of us, because it's very hard to tell what the hell's going on in that particular section of the movie. But since then I've watched a number of like, so here's what the hell's going on in this particular section of the movie videos.
Yeah, I was peeping the chat and I saw y'all are also interested in what they're going to do with this cast, and that makes also makes a good point that we haven't seen Christina Ricci in anything in a while too.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's not anything mainstream, as Lindy Fitness pointed out.
Yeah, Lindy Fitness mentions that she was doing a lot of independent films. He said he remembers seeing her in a lot of pop-up movies that he watched on the Independent Films channel, but this is her first time doing something mainstream in a long time. So.
Very true.
Yeah. I mean, I am excited about all the cast, though, but those are all people that I would want to see in a movie, so...
They were able to get back a sizable chunk of the original cast, which I think is fantastic.
Right.
Don't remember which of the other two agents Agent Johnson was. Gotta be honest.
I don't know if that guy was one of the new upgraded ones that came in Matrix Reloaded, or if he's just gonna be playing a new agent.
I believe so. He's one. Johnson was definitely one of the original agents. I think it was Smith, Johnson, and I can't remember the last one, but it's like a very common name because they're all supposed to have common, generic names. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Nice. Speaking of things to look forward to,